Good morning, guys. Today we're going to go over a couple things. First thing, we're going to go over how to change your cabin filter, how to kind of mouse proof your truck. Here's my situation. Last 2 weekends ago when I went camping, I got a mouse in the truck, and I was kind of baffled on how we got in because there's 3 points of entry really into this truck from the outside, as far as where rodents can get in. And the common one is the front cowl. Under the wipers, the front cowl, there's a little flap for the that leads into the blower motor, which goes to your HVAC. And luckily for most Toyota cars, that flapper defaults closed when you shut the car off. So there's 3 ways in. Let's just say it that. So first off, you got the cowl, and then second off, there's these little flappers in the back of the truck. You can kind of see them. They're on both sides. If you reach your hand in there, you can kind of see it. But it's a little plastic flapper right there that allows it, when you close the door, it's basically a one-way air valve. So when you shut the door, that flapper is going to flap open, let the air pressure out. That way you don't. So what I made right here, this right here is I mixed some water, a little bit of baking soda, and you could buy this peppermint oil. And the peppermint oil, like, mice hate that stuff. Like, that's like the worst thing. I didn't want to really put poison in it. Peppermint kind of has a pleasant smell to it. But what we're going to do is kind of just spray it around that area and in there. And I just recommend doing that every, just do it before every time you go out camping maybe, or every time before you go out in places, where, or if you have mice problems, you can just spray. What I would do is so I'm just going to kind of spray it around in there. I mean, it smells like peppermint pretty strong. That oil's pretty potent. I bought it off Amazon. I'm only going to use about half. I put probably about half the bottle in there. So we're going to do the same right here. I don't know if that's a better view, but what we're going to do is just see if we can get in there any better. If anyone finds any other product that might work better, I don't want to really use a poison. I just want to, because you don't want to poison them and then them climb up in your car somewhere and die. The reason I found out I had a mouse in there, if you watched my last video, I had one run across the hood, and I thought he was just inside the cabin, or the motor, but he wasn't. He somehow got in that night, and under the passenger rear seat, there's like that little place where they have the jack, and you lift up that little flap, and there was like 3 baby mice in there. They were just born. Their eyes weren't even open yet. They were just little hairless mice. But so he must have got in, had the babies, and boom, done. So real quick cabin filter changement. You open your glove box. You're gonna remove all the crud you got in here that you accumulated, and then this little shelf, if you have it, you're just gonna pull that out. That just pulls out. Then you'll see a little door right here. It says slide up and remove. So you're gonna pop that up, pull that away. Then you're gonna have an ear here and an ear there. You want to push them inwards. Pull that out, and then there's your cabin filter. So there we are. So cabin filter. I got the charcoal filter because it lasts a little bit longer. Filter, and the mice get in from up there. I'll show you in a second. But one way, just spray a little bit on here if you want. So now when you turn on your AC, it's going to smell real nice. So basically you'd swap that in. Put your cover back on, noting the up direction. Some cabin filters are labeled up. It says airflow, and the airflow goes down on these, FYI. And then you're gonna place that in there, push it back down, put your little shelf back in. I'm sure you guys are sick of that noise of the key in the ignition. I'm somewhat deaf to it because you work on cars all day, your brain just tunes it out. So what you want to do right here is just spray this area. So I kind of get around here because they'll kind of force the way in here. And what you want to do is just spray it in there. So that today's Tuesday. We are going camping again this weekend, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're gonna probably do a part of the Georgia Traverse, and so that's it. A quick little video on cabin filters and mice. Let's just call it cabin filters and mice proofing your truck. So peace.